I'm Paul Meier. I'm a professor in the theatre department here at KU, where I have for these many years taught voice, speech, accents, dialects, and my passion, Shakespeare, to actors, wannabe actors. I train actors.
Pop those consonants.
Well, I think actors innately love to do accents. I do a lot of accent coaching in the movies and in the theatre, and I teach it here. And it's an extremely popular course. You know, to be able to switch from one accent to another is just a wonderful party trick and a very, very important credential for an actor.
There's going to be an echo.
My sabbatical leaves here at KU have always been on Shakespeare, to take me home to England, to see all the latest Shakespeare, to talk to my Shakespeare colleagues. And so my research just recently was on original pronunciation. Plays are very fresh, even 400 years later, but the language has moved on, and the sound of the language is quite different. You know, they didn't learn to spell. Did you know that? People didn't spell correctly until the mid-17th century. So people spelled just any way they wished. Shakespeare spelled his own name 7 different ways. And so when you got a letter from someone, you could hear their accent. When we get a letter from someone, we cannot hear their accent because it's all, spelling has been regularized. Then we've got the rhymes. Clearly these 2 words were supposed to rhyme. Now, was it eyes and fantasies or ease and fantasies? Well, you then cross-reference that to other instances of the same rhyme, and you finally get to understand that the evidence of the rhymes helps you understand how those words were pronounced. And then, fortunately, and perhaps even more importantly, there were sort of what I might call proto-phoneticians, early phoneticians in the 16th century, writing and documenting and about how things were pronounced. So that's the evidence that allows us to reconstruct early modern English, OP.
Go into that bit again, Jennifer, and play to the house.
Well, I'd never been to Kansas, like I guess so many profs who end up here and spend a lifetime. It's a fantastic university. There was this amazing job. Research university. You teach 40% of your time, you get to research, you get to travel, you get to teach fantastic students from all over America. It's a really wonderful job, and it's kept me enthusiastic for a little over 20 years now.